Hello, welcome back to the library. Let's talk typos. Now, in the world of collecting and manufacturing of video games, accidents can happen. In the PlayStation world, there are two types of misprints. There are variant misprints, and there are factory misprints. A factory misprint, which is handled much better by someone else that we'll get to later, is when at the manufacturing point something happens. It's a rare occurrence. It isn't seen by many people. It could be the wrong data on the disc, it could be the wrong artwork on the disc, etc. What we're talking about, variant typos, are problems that happen even before the discs went to manufacture and should have been caught by someone on hand, be it the graphic designer, an editor, the producer, just somebody before they shipped it off to Sony. Today we're going to talk about 5 random games that have typo problems, and, for better or worse, are just fun to have in the collection. Now, the first one we're going to talk about is N.Gen Racing, which has a great play on words with its name. Despite the game's cool name, someone didn't realize how it was spelled because on the spine there is an extra N in racing and the period is missing from N.Gen. As far as we can tell, this only had one print, so this is a permanent typo in the Game Library's collection. Our next typo game, it ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. Romance of the Kingdoms 6 on the PlayStation is a very involved, very deep, and very rich strategy RPG game that's been on systems since the original Nintendo. The problem is no one knew how to spell the word kingdoms. On the spine again, the word kingdom is spelled kingdom. Without the G. So instead of it being about kings and queens, it's more about next of kin and family and so forth. As far as I know, this one hasn't been corrected either. Third, and this one's on Sony, their flagship action military game, Siphon Filter. Love it or hate it, even Sony got the name of the game wrong. On Siphon Filter 2, on the back insert, within the first paragraph, the top third of the case, no one noticed that they spelled Siphon Filter wrong. Now, unlike the previous 2 games, Sony did catch this and they reprinted it with the correct spelling, and it went on to become a greatest hits and all that good stuff. It's just, I love stuff like this. In our 4th entry, not only is it a fantastic game, but it's probably one of my favorite typos of all time, just because you're not sure if it was someone's critique of the game, the genre, or the TV series, or if it was just an honest mistake, despite the A button being way the hell across the keyboard from the U button, and that is Gundam Assault 2. On the spine of the first shipping, Gundam, D-A-M, is spelled Gundum, D-U-M, as in like you're stupid without the B. And knowing just how serious a lot of people take their Gundam collecting and so forth, this is just hilarious. I would love to know the backstory on this. Our final entry in this week's episode is the S+ perfect rank version of another role-playing game's typo. Now, even if you've just barely dipped into the PlayStation library, everyone knows about Final Fantasy VII's masterpiece typo, where for some reason the I in the word masterpiece on the back is like 2 sentences up. We've discussed this a long time with a friend of the website who will be mentioned later. And the easiest way to explain how something like this could happen, I can't comment on whatever design programs they were using 25 plus years ago to make the inserts and so forth. But if you're not a graphic designer, there is a program called Illustrator, and it is a vector, meaning it's more numerical than like sprite-based and pixel-based art program. And when you type a word into a vector program, by default, they are live text. So if you take your cursor and click on the word and move it around, everything's going to move around. Now, your computer might not have the font that I'm using on my computer. So in Illustrator, before you send the document out to someone, you would do what's called create outlines. And you highlight all the text and create outline. And now the individual letters of all the words are now individual shapes. So if you try and go to grab the word, you're only going to grab whatever letter you're currently sitting on and move it out of place. That's probably more than likely what happened with Masterpiece on Final Fantasy, but no one caught it. They might have actually had the layer selected while they were doing something else. Which brings us to Shadow Madness's demo disc. If you thought the I in Masterpiece was bad, Shadow Madness's demo's ESRB block on the back looks like someone took a shotgun to it. Whole letters are missing from multiple words, and the entire descriptor box, where you would see things like alcohol, mild violence, things like that, and the phone number to contact the ESRB are just gone. 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 And no one noticed this. I could understand the Masterpiece theory with, like, for the words at the top, but, like, the whole section of the paragraph and the descriptors, that was like entire layers turned off or accidentally deleted before they shipped. And I don't know how anyone caught this. Now, just like some of the other games, the extra little research I did before filming this episode, I don't think these were ever reprinted. So this is just a permanent teehee collectible in your demo disc library. Now, with all that out of the way, I alluded to a person and a website earlier. And if I've mentioned him before, but if you guys have never checked him out, check out Jeff Kane's website for just the most amazing collection of both typo misprints and factory misprints. He's tracked some crazy stuff, including things like how I have a copy of Kiliak the DNA Imperative that is actually on Raiden's disc. He's got printer errors. He has a retail sealed copy of a PS2 game that has the test print in it, not the actual retail. I didn't realize he did strategy guides. I saw his Twitter update before filming this, and I was like, wait, when did he add strategy guides to the website? It's fantastic. Go check him out. Like I said, the link will be in the list below. Do you own a video game or demo that has a crazy typo or misprint on it? Let us know in the comment section below. Get this discussion going. Guys, we are coming to episode 200 a lot faster than I thought, and I'm trying to get everything ready as far as revealing with our State of the Union on the 200th episode, and a little change for the better with episode 199. So stay tuned. Do all the subscribe, like, etc. And I will see you guys next episode and in the comments below. Take care, you guys. Have a great one.